Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome, it's good to have you here with us at Somaliland National Television. I'm Mohammed Aden here with the English Bulletin. Let's take a look at the main stories making headlines. Vice Minister of Education attends the opening session of a Sun-04-Coordinated Youth Leadership Training Program. Hargeisa Orphanage Centre receives a donation of camels. Kunduz attack may amount to war crime, your human rights chief. Vice Minister of Education and Higher Studies Abdirashid Ismail Kahin attended the opening event of a training workshop organised by Somaliland's youth organisation SONYO, arranged for providing students of 26 June the first-hand knowledge regarding the creativity and leadership. Fathia Hussein provided the opening remarks at the event. She stated that SONYO, the organisation she has represented in the training event, continues to play a pivotal role in guiding youths of the country toward a better future. The Director of the Department of Secondary Schools for the Ministry of Education and Higher Studies and the Director General of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Tourism collectively stated their approval and support for the constant efforts of the Youth Umbrella toward bringing together Somaliland youths in a socially favourable way to organise and guide them toward a participation in a prospective societal and economic prosperity of this nation. Vice Minister of Education and Higher Studies Abdirashid Ismail Kahin spoke of the underlying necessity of assisting with the endeavours toward helping shape a new future for the new generation of youths, to have them participate in the nationwide endeavours toward economic growth. The Minister stressed that his ministry would encourage and boost any effort at providing our youth with all services they need from the government, including education and entertainment. A donation of camels has been handed over to officials of Hargeisa Group Hospital, Hargeisa's main prison and the capital's orphanage centre. Distinguished guests speaking at the handover event appreciated the donation made by members of Somaliland's religious scholars. The Director of Hargeisa's Orphanage Centre speaking at the event stated that the donation made by the religious scholars is praiseworthy and not the first of its kind, but serves as instrumental in helping feed the young orphans in the centre who lost their parents. The Director highlighted that the centre is in need of more assistance from citizens and urged religious scholars, wealthy people and economically able people to follow suit. Parliamentarian Abdiqadir Indeindo of the House of Elders voiced his appreciation toward the religious scholars of Sheikh Omar Board for their relentless efforts in assisting with developmental endeavours and keenness in having the participation of all citizens in the days of religious sacrifices. The parliamentarian stated that the Sheikh Omar Board religious scholars had used to bring together a number of people who were not most in need, but commended them for now targeting needy people in Hargeisa Group Hospital, the main prison and the orphanage centre. Speaking on behalf of Sheikh Omar Board was Muhammad Abdullahi, who corroborated the significance of providing dire assistance to those who are most in need to ensure that their needs have been addressed and that they have equal rights of other citizens toward access of food and other basic services. State Minister of Education and Higher Studies Ahmed Noor Fahir participated in an awareness session held in Ahmed Dayah Primary and Intermediate School designed to make students aware of the risk of illiteracy and the necessity of education, which is a lifetime opportunity for any studying person. Saeed Ilmi Tukale, the school principal, spoke at the event discussing the various stages the school had undergone since its establishment and commended parents for helping ensure that the school stays intact until this phenomenal day. A member of SOS organisation which organised the event spoke to the students and told them that their future lies in their hands, and whatever effort they portray will be instrumental in shaping a better future for themselves and for future generations of this nation. The State Minister of Education and Higher Studies, Ahmed Noor Fahir, called attention to the collective efforts of reducing illiteracy rates among the population and thanked to the policies of the current administration which focused education, reconciling commitments to the Millennium Development Goals narrative for free of charge universal primary education. You're still watching the English news on Somaliland National Television, the first Somali-speaking channel within English news, and now for the main international headlines in detail. The U.S. military said it launched an attack. The U.S. military said it launched an attack around the time amid Sun-04 charity hospital in the Afghan city of Kunduz was hit by an airstrike, killing 19 people, staff, patients and children. The strike may have led to collateral damage to a nearby medical facility, according to a statement from U.S. Army Colonel Brian Shibas, spokesman for the U.S. forces in Afghanistan. UN Human Rights Chief Zaid Ra'ad al-Hussein led a chorus of condemnation, noting that an assault on a hospital could amount to a war crime. This event is utterly tragic, inexcusable and possibly even criminal, he said. The medical charity, also known as Doctors Without Borders, said its staff phoned military officials at NATO in Kabul and Washington during the morning attack, but bombs continued to rain down for nearly an hour. All indications currently point to the bombing being carried out by international coalition forces, MSF said, demanding a full and transparent account. MSF said it had given the location of the hospital to both Afghan and US forces several times in the past few months, most recently this week to avoid being caught in a crossfire. The hospital is there since 4 years. It's a large hospital. The compound is larger than football ground, pointed out MSF Director of Operations Bart Johnsons. And we have several times communicated through the GPS coordinates the exact location of the hospital to all warring parties in Afghanistan. So we really don't understand, and we definitely do not accept the notification of collateral damage, as we heard in the beginning in the first reaction. A statement from the UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon has expressed strong condemnation for the attack. It said hospitals and medical personnel are explicitly protected by the humanitarian law. It is reported at least 10 people have died and 6 are missing after violent storms led to severe flooding on the French Riviera. Torrents of water and mud have flooded the streets of Cannes and Nice. Cars have been submerged and swept away. Campsites have also been inundated. There are fears that death toll could rise as emergency workers gain access to areas currently cut off by the floodwater. The coastal region has had the equivalent of a month's rain in the past 2 days. The French Riviera has been hit by devastating floods after severe storms and torrential rain overnight. The extent of the damage became clear only at first light. 180 mm fell on Cannes between 7 and 10 p.m. on Saturday night alone. Hundreds of people spent the night on trains stranded in stations and in the terminal at Nice airport. The A8 motorway was also closed in places. And that's it for this edition of the English News. Thank you for joining us. Catch us at the same time tomorrow. And you can get updated throughout the day by going to our website, somalilandntv.com. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.